I want to show you how can you iterate UI implementation in Cursor very easily and effective. As we get a new model like Cloud 4, large language models coding capability for UI is become much better. But once I really miss of implementing UI in Cursor compared with platform like V0 is the versioning. It will log all the different versions as it goes. So I can jump in between different versions, compare the difference, and focus from the ones I prefer more. And the nature of design is that we often will iterate multiple different versions of the same screen until we find a version that we really like. But I just found this open source plugin recently called Yo-Yo that allow you to do those version control directly in the AI IDE like Cursor, Windsurf, and Cloud Code. And this speed up the UI iterations much faster. And it's also very good for code maintenance as well. Because quite often when you prompt Cursor to do something, it might just go off rail and break a lot of stuff. So you almost want some sort of quick, snappy save that you can easily go back, something more lightweight than Git. And here's my UI iteration workflow with Yo-Yo. So I can just click a button to install an extension. Normally I will first go to different platforms to find design inspirations. There are platforms like Dribble, where you can just go and find some good UI reference, as well as Mobin, where they provide you real mockups of applications or specific UI elements. Let's say I found a UI that I quite like. I can just take a screenshot here and paste into Cursor, give prompt UI senior front-end engineer and designer. We want to build a digital web application. UI just like attached mock. Please first break down and analyze the design system, style, font, and components. And let's first build a UI mock with mock data on the first page. So it will try to analyze the design style, font, and colors. Okay, now it has first version built in. We can copy this URL and do Command-Shift-P. Search for simple browser and paste in the URL. This will allow you to just preview the UI here directly in Cursor, which is very helpful. So this is the first version of the UI. As you can see, it's kind of 80% and got essence of UI, but it's not like 100%. And I also want to like experiment with a few different versions of styles. And this is where this version control is really useful for iterating UI. So I can create a new version by clicking on this button. This will create a snapshot of the code base at this specific point. And I can give it like initial UI. Then I can start iterating the UI. Let's say I want to iterate the component cards at the top. The cards at the top should look like a mock here, but currently it is not even aligned and the color is wrong. For the event card, I can copy paste and give a prompt for the task card. Please polish your UI to look exactly the same as the screenshot. So we did some fine tuning and polish of the UI. I can click on save new version here to save a newer version of the UI. And this is how versioning gonna help on the UI iteration. I can click on the V1 again and refresh the simple browser. This will allow me to see what the original version was. And I can click back to the V2 and take a look at the latest version. So that you can like go back and forth between those different iterations very easily and see which one is your favorite. And I can make a few more changes. Now help me make a light mode version, not dark mode version. So I got the light version here and I can still, again, save the version. And I can also add some custom nodes here. So this will be the light version. Previously would be polished dark version. I can switch different type of UI quite easily to see which one do I like. And I can even make some more dramatic change. For example, Apple introduced this kind of liquid glass type of style recently. I can just go find some liquid glass implementation on GitHub. And here we got a one. So I can go to the CSS here and just copy the whole style here and give a prompt, please help me update the whole UI with Apple's new liquid glass style. Below is some reference, which is CSS I just pasted in. Now we get this type of new liquid glass type of style application. Obviously, you can keep fine-tuning the UI to make it look better. And again, I can save the version and you can see some description will be automatically added about liquid glass. And what's really cool about this new version control is that imagine we kept a lot of different versions. You can actually chat to extension to understand what does each version contains and find a specific branch that's made certain change. Like here, I can just give a prompt which version was the initial light mode. It will automatically return me the right version as well as some description about what exactly we did in that specific version. And this I think is just touching what the new Git or versioning experience could be in the era of AI coding. There's also a very interesting interview between YC and the founder of Windsurf, where they talk about how Git might be different.
Have you thought at all about whether doing git commit all the time is the right move, or whether there needs to be like a deeper infrastructure change?
Yeah, I think we have. So, one of the things that we always think of is in the future, you're going to have many, many agents running in parallel on your code base. That has some trade-offs, right? If you have two agents that kind of modify the same piece of code at the same time, it's hard to actually know what's going on.
That's another thing, is that like it's hard to have multiple branches checked out at the same time with different agents working on them independently.
That's right.
The merge conflict. Oh God.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
If you're interested in this topic, I definitely recommend you go check out and imagine what the future might look like. Meanwhile, if you want to learn about AI coding beyond basics, I'm building this platform called AI Builder Club, where I will share the latest workflow tips and learnings about AI coding and building production-ready agents from both myself and other industry experts, as well as tools that can help you get started with your AI software much faster, like SaaS Launch Kit and MCP Boilerplate. If you're interested, you can click on the link in the description below to join. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.